Why do you think they're going to be so tolerant? With the
Because they have seen the worst.
You think they'll carry on with the stalemate and carry on with the violence?
No, they have seen the worst. So if there is a slight improvement in the situation, they will welcome that, and they will give us a chance to improve on that improvement. Because we have already started. We have released some of the political prisoners. We have already started when
a gesture rejected by the separatists already, even though some of them were left.
No, we haven't done that just for the sake of separatists. We are doing it for the people in general.
Nationality is double speak.
we are doing it for the people in general. We are doing it for a particular, a person or something like. They have their own opinion. We have our own agenda, as I said. We have our own agenda to follow. So it doesn't bother us what the person who is least says or does not say. It's our own agenda that matters. So that is the agenda that's going to matter the people of Kashmir in general.
What do you think the West and the international community should do? India once said that the West has forfeited the moral right to advise on Kashmir. Do you agree with that?
I would say the West could do one thing. I mean, they could help us, because help is not coming from anywhere.
And yet you have huge sums of money coming into the state. Drug money, Hawala money, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
The price of property has quadrupled here in the last 10 years. Unusual for a war zone, isn't it? Money is coming into the
It is coming, but it's going to very few pockets. And it's not going to the people in general, so the people in general are suffering. We have thousands of widows, we have thousands of orphans, and every day, the number is increasing. But nobody has bothered, whether it's inside our country or from the international community who have done a commendable job in other parts of the world. But nobody bothers to, give a healing touch to the situation in Kashmir to come and help us.
Well, they were told to get lost by the Indian government, weren't they? Kofi Annan, who offered to mediate from the UN's point of view, was told that his advice wasn't needed, and that Britain and America have been told in no uncertain terms by the Indian government.
Nobody is going to stop our NGOs from coming and giving us help in Kashmir, in rehabilitation of our people.
Listening to you talk about the problems here on the ground in Kashmir, the political problems, you seem almost to think that it's going to be easy. This is a superhuman task that you've taken on, isn't it? Which, as we pointed out, led to the death of 60,000 people. It's one of the world's most intractable problems, isn't it? And yet you think with a little largesse and telling the police and the security services to behave a bit better and telling everybody that the situation is going to get better, that you can simply stop this conflict in its tracks.
I'm talking about the healing touch, which has been missing here for the last 12 years. I would like to start with a healing.
Are you talking as a woman or as a politician?
I'm talking about both, as a woman, as a sister, as a mother, because I have seen the pain of my people. I have seen sisters losing their only brothers. I have seen a mother losing her son. So I think we need to give it a healing touch, and that's where the problem starts. The problem of Kashmir is more a problem of alienation than violence. Violence is the second part. So if we're able to address the alienation, I think we'll go a long way.
If you don't, how much of a breeding ground for terrorism around the world is this going to be? There are reports that Al-Qaeda is coming in. There are reports that Maoist Nepalese are coming in as well. Is that in fact true? Is it one of the dangers that you face?
My people, the people of Kashmir, they are very peace-loving. They have always been deadly against violence, but the situation there were certain forces, there were certain things in the situation that have forced Kashmiris to take to violence, and they want to get out of.
You're excusing violence.
No, I'm not for violence, but
you're justifying violence.
I'm not justifying violence.
That's
the problem
exactly
is nobody wants to become violent.
You're seeking to understand the violence.
There is a reason.
Just a step away from justifying.
No, I'm not justifying violence, but there is a reason behind the violence which you need to address. All the time we are fighting violence. You can contain violence by fighting violence, but if you really want to get rid of violence, then you have to get at the root of that violence, and that root is the alienation of the people of the state. You have got to have a carrot and stick policy. Only stick is not going to help. I mean, if you want to fight violence with violence, you have to have something for the rest of the people.
What other choice is there when the security of the state is at stake? Look at the position from India's point of view. it says that one of its states within the Union is being threatened by terrorists. That's true, and it is entitled to respond in self-defense.
I think for
You
the
wouldn't
last,
argue with that argument.
I think for the last 6 years, the state government and the government of India have done everything, every kind of harsh measure they have taken, starting from hard pursuit, proactive policy, quota. They have left no stone.
Also with the anti-terrorism legislation.
They have just left no stone unturned to, control violence here. But what is the result? The violence has spread to the other parts of the state. But our government wants to go for pro-people measures, giving it a human face to our government. So we are ready to take that risk. At least people will say that they tried. We are taking a risk. There's no doubt about that. All the pro-people measures that we are taking a risk. The risk is there. But at least there is a huge risk.
And when the hardliners in the BJP hear what you're saying, they're not going to love you for it, are they? They're not going to love. Do you mind?
I don't mind, because a person who is already who's ready to risk her life to restore peace and dignity of her people. She doesn't. I don't mind for anybody getting angry with me for something which I believe in. It's in the interest of the people of the state. It's in the interest of the nation. It's in the interest to give a healing touch to the Kashmiri people, to win their hearts, because the land is already with our country. It's already there. So it's the people who are alienated whom you have to, you have to involve, whom you have to give a healing touch. You have to win them over.
Mehbooba Mufti, it's been a great pleasure having you on the program.
The pleasure was mine. Thank you so much.